If you think that online classes cannot be as effective as offline in-person tutoring, then this video is for you. So I want to break down this myth that people think that online lessons or online classes cannot be as effective. Any student as a starting point in these days where AI and technology and all this intervention of technology has come through, you see them either go to ChatGPT, go to Google, and just search their question online. So that's always a good starting point to get to understand a topic better, to dive into a particular topic and understand the depths of a topic. Now, when you stumble across on certain information, obviously you don't know if it's right or wrong. So you can look at multiple sources, you can go to YouTube, you can see what different people have to say about this particular topic. And so this is definitely a starting point for you. And I would not discourage you from being able to do that. So what I want to say is, going ahead and taking group online classes with a service provider online, that's okay. Taking sessions one-to-one is okay. Watching YouTube videos is fine. And whatever way you want to learn online is completely all right, because it's your learning and you got to take control of your learning. Now, on the other hand, when people say that online learning cannot be as effective, what they mean or what they want to say is that if you were to sit with someone face to face and have a one-to-one tutoring session, it's more effective because they understand you, they understand what you're thinking, what you're doing, how you're acting on a particular topic. Like, do you reciprocate? Do you respond to a topic well, or do you understand that topic? Teachers can grasp, or teachers can see that. And that's what they say that you cannot replicate online. And obviously, yes, you cannot expect someone to be looking at you at all times. But at the same time, if you look at two types of categories of students, 80% of students who really understand the topic, because all of the online methods of teaching and learning and whatever apps are out there, even YouTube, for example, it's all for the masses. And so if they're all teaching to people who grasp a particular topic a certain way, now 80% of the people will understand these topic in a certain way, and they understand that particular subject in the way that it's being taught. And then if you fall into that 20% that don't understand that topic, then you're going to feel left out. So obviously, if you think that you'll fall under the 20%, you go online, you search, you do your research, you do everything online, and then you find out that, oh, this doesn't really hit the nail and it doesn't really make me understand things the way I want it to. And that's why you go into other learning methods of like tutoring sessions, or you look for someone who can help you. And maybe even if you get friends to help you and they cannot help you in the way that you want to learn. And so if you fall in that 20% category, then you want to find personalized sessions. So, and by personalized sessions, I mean one-to-one guided sessions, whereas you can go for personalized sessions, which they call personalized with a group, but is it really personalized? Aren't you replicating exactly what's happening in school, just in an online format? Are you as a student comfortable enough to raise your hand and say, I have this query, not thinking that this is a dumb question? So these are the issues that a student faces. So as a student, if you're in a group of 20, I sure as hell won't go ahead and say, oh, I have this question, I want to ask this, because I was never programmed that way. Maybe now I have changed, but previously or before, as a student, as a kid, I would never raise up my hand. Whatever so that reason might be, I was never comfortable doing that. So I'm not learning at the speed of what others are learning. So that's purely what I'm trying to make you understand. If you fall into that 20%, then you need guided sessions where you're more personalized. And that personalized interaction can come through online if the platform, if the service and everything combined together to provide you that whole personalized experience. And that's where Eduspace comes to help you. And now with Eduspace, we give you a platform where it's not like your regular Zoom or your Google Meet where you have to share a screen to write on Paint or whatever notepad application the teacher might use. Rather, you use an application where you're writing on the screen, as the teachers have a whiteboarding tab or a whiteboard system, or they have a pen tab in place, something in place that they can write, and it just shows it to when they're writing here simultaneously, it shows it to the student. And then on the other hand, students can also see the teacher and view them as if they were looking at them if they're sitting with them. So in that point of view, the teacher can also look at the student on how the student's reacting to what they're teaching. So you don't have to share your screen and be disengaged because of technology, disengaged from the student's interaction and movements. So it gives you that full experience. And now allowing you to have a platform as such, and then giving you a platform where you don't have the barriers like for example, if I'm in a meeting with my business colleagues or with my co-workers or some partners or whatever it is, I don't require this sort of intense learning opportunities which integrates with a whiteboarding system, with a pen tab and so on. Whereas for students, you need that interactive learning. And if the student decides to interact and engage and they have an iPad or any particular tab with a pen with them, they can write as well. They can write and clarify their doubts. They can annotate it on a book. They can write on a past paper. They can upload to the platform and go ahead and teach, or go ahead and ask doubts from the teacher. And by making this seamless approach, and by making sure that we nail down each and every point of making sure this experience as a whole is convenient, then you can say that online learning can be as effective as your offline classes. And that's why you should choose Eduspace, so that you're able to actually nail that personalized interactive experience. And because we get in touch with the student and the parent on a monthly, weekly, whatever level that we set with the particular student, we're able to engage, and we're able to keep the students also engaged and understand how they're moving from one chapter to the other, or how they're progressing from one class to the other, and making sure that that whole experience is immersive as it can be. And we're making sure we're giving as much technology as possible to the teachers and the students to ensure the teachers can do the best in teaching and the students can do the best in learning. So that is why a platform as such really gives you a foundation and a baseline to make sure that we can replicate face-to-face classes in an online method. So thanks for listening. I hope you found that useful. If you need any help or support in your online classes, do reach out to us and we'll get you sorted.